5000 series, the chipset status is that stable. So how is the Q2 and Q3? So how is your keep continuously will have a chipset?
Okay, so the 5000 series, as you know, has been very successful, especially in the very high-end products for the gamers, and there has been some limitation in supply on the very high-end chips, but in the mainstream we have to have plentiful supply, and this will continue to be the case, and we're introducing several new models in the mainstream product line.
So you think from the Q2, the chipset status will be better?
It's improving all the time, yes. There is now increased supply from AMD. There has been some limitation with supply, but this is improving now. We have a promise that we will have a steady supply on this model and also on the mainstream models.
So what about this product is very popular in other countries?
Yes, it's quite a sweet spot in terms of the performance and the price. Well, as you're probably aware, Sapphire is a global company, so we sell in many territories, and the pattern varies quite a lot by different territories. In Europe, for example, we have some limitation on supply on the high end, so it's driven increased sales to the 5770 and the mainstream products. Because the HD5000 series has been very popular because it's the first series to support the DirectX 11, to be very compatible with Windows 7, and everybody's wanting to move to these technologies. On the high level, we introduced some very interesting products. We introduced earlier this year the 4 gig model of the 5970, very high performance model, very targeted for the enthusiast. Of course, it's a limited edition, but it's the fastest graphics card in the world, so we're very happy with that. Otherwise, in the 5850 and 5830 series, we have products there which hit quite a good price for the enthusiast market and still very good performance.
The key performance or
Well, it has two 5870 chips on the same graphics card, so it's a dual card, and both of those chips we overclock them, and we have 2 gig of memory for each chip, so the total memory is 4 gig and running at the fastest clocks. So we designed together with Arctic Cooling a special cooler to support this and enable us to really maximize the performance. So we already had some awards for being the very fastest graphics card in the world.
Very expensive.
Very expensive,
yeah,
yes.
Right.
We started production now, but will be a very limited edition because we have to screen for the speed and the performance. Okay, so the VaporX cooler was, we were the very first to adopt this type of vapor chamber cooling technology for graphics. It's a special device which is a very small module which we fit inside the graphics card. It's designed to take the heat very quickly away from the graphics chip, and then we remove the heat out into the case with either a standard heat pipe solution or a cooling fan as well. Basically, the role of the vapor chamber is to take the heat very quickly from the surface of the graphics chip, and then we just dissipate the heat out of the case by several different methods. So on our high-end cards like the Toxic range, we're using the heat pipes as well, and it enables us to increase the performance because we can keep the chip very cool even when we're overclocking it. And then we can get the heat away with a nice silent fan. People like things to have high performance but still to have low noise, and this is the key objective with the VaporX models in the mainstream as well. We have some VaporX models where we use the same vapor chamber technology, enables us to use a slower, low-speed fan for quiet operation. Yes, Eyefinity is a technology that was brought to us by ATI division of AMD,
Right.
Which enables us to support 3 monitors from one graphics chip. So we can have most of the cards, we can make an edition that has the capability to do Eyefinity. So normally you connect the first 2 monitors with a DVI or VGA connection, but the third connection on the card is a DisplayPort. So the slight limitation to have the 3 monitor display is that you must use the DisplayPort for the extra monitor. So also there are adapters available now, so you can connect a regular monitor to that DisplayPort. So we can do with most of our cards, each of our families has a Eyefinity edition in the family. So 5550, 5650, and 57 series, each one has an Eyefinity edition in the family.
All right. Then others, they can connect with the 6 monitors.
That's a special edition on 5870. It's a special card with just 6 connections on one card.
So 5680 you can connect.
5670 is the normal one. 5870, there's a special 6-port edition.
All right.
We're the number one supplier of ATI-based
Right.
graphics globally, but of course there are other competitors that they don't sell in all the regions. Sapphire is very global. We sell in all territories. So in some territories there are other partners which have similar market share with us, but globally we're much bigger than the others.
So you don't have any, rivals. So you are the top.
We're the top.
All right. 그러니까는
And for most territories, it works through our website. You can raise a ticket with the difficulty you have, and it will be answered very quickly by our RMA department. And if it requires that we need to test the card, if there's a fault or something like that, then it needs to be returned. But we try to answer any questions about support very quickly within 24 hours on business days or 72 hours on weekends. So we have a special department for this. For most of Europe, the legal requirement is 2 years. So this is what we provide.
Let's start.